It's easy to say like, look, my teammates are messing up. It's bad. But yeah, teammates will do weird stuff, not just on your team, but on the other team too. And it can lead to losses and stuff like that. But when we try to do our absolute best, a lot of games can just get saved. But indeed, a lot of games will just be lost as well. So let's see what happens. So yeah, see, this is why, like, I'll go ahead and say, in case you're doing this kind of stuff too, this was a risk from the very start. That, you know, you're totally alone. You have literally no reason to be here. Just wait back here for your team. You know, you can technically push out a little bit and try to get some shots for ult charger just to fuck around, but it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? They literally have a Venom. Venom won't fly through the fucking air, slam down on top of you, threaten your life, and they have a hypermobile, and what the hell, healer as well. They got a fucking Iron Man that might be sneaking up around, and you just be dead, and then the team is fucked. Well, not. I'm just being dramatic to like drive home the point to you, in case you're thinking about doing stuff like this. The team is not fucked, but yeah, they're like, they don't have this person, right? And then this has kind of, even though it's not the right thing to do, it kind of has a hidden good thing. The team is totally stretched out, and she did stop the car for a little bit. And now, so she did die to Scarlet, whatever her name is. Scarlet? What's her name? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson. Okay. So now he's doing this. Oh, this is me. Alright, let's get it. Yeah, we can do stuff like this because we can stay alive a little bit longer. But we're already kind of running into a spot where we're going to need to escape and get healed because we're kind of doing this. I don't know. Nice. Intuitively went down. We know we have the this guy. So right now we're playing like big tank position. And we're half health. We can definitely get in trouble here. Right. Look at all that. So, and we didn't even have our flip. So I gotta say, that's a big mistake. We don't have our flip. We gotta know that, and we gotta get back because you're just gonna die. I mean, they got too much firepower going. Both, we know our tanks are not there. It's different when you're in the middle of a team fight and you're at full health and you got your resources and you go off to the side and you try to pick some kills and do some stuff. That's different than this situation. So yeah, I'm trying to get feedback, you know what I mean? Ended up working out. We got healed. So now we use our flip way back here. It's fine. And we can go ahead and re-engage because we're full health and our team has pushed up and now we're behind them. So we can go ahead and boop, use our shift to re-engage really quickly because we're trying to be in that range as Star-Lord. So that's a thing we can do as well. But I got to say, I've done the same exact thing a bunch of times. Like because we're not intentionally trying to save our shift meter, right? We're just not reacting to that we can, oh, I could just push up immediately right now. Even though I was just pushing back to save myself. Now I need to push back up literally immediately right afterwards. But now it's fine. Now we're in a good range. So we don't need to waste our shift. It's a very valuable resource. We did get it back relatively quick, but yeah. Just give him feedback. Just give him feedback. Ship's rough. Good headshots. Good shot. So now we could use our flip, right? Use our flip. Boom. Get as many headshots as possible. Good chance he's dead from that. Save our team a little bit. Oh, we do have one. What? Did you just flip? Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. We have one. Alright, very nice. Yep. We need to get off the ground. And they ended up doing the Venom ultimate with some other stuff. Yeah, they're using all their ultimates, basically, besides their healing ultimates. Unless he just used his as well. And she used hers. Okay. They used everything except the Iron Man. We probably won't be able to stop them here, because they're just too far. So even though we're having people trickle out, we're going to just have to push it back to the last point. So we already know this game is not going that well, in the sense of, like, we're not going to dominate and win. But, yeah. So we don't have to fire in the middle. If we're looking at, like, this is like a big spread, we can literally just aim at somebody, but then keep our... We don't want to get tunnel vision on a single target and miss everything else. So we can, like, kind of see everything while aiming at one target. Yeah, I thought of that tip. You know, it might be relevant for you. Because, yeah, I think that's a good instinct to not... I'm just going to pretend like I know what happened in your brain, even though I don't. But I'm just going to go with it. So, it's a good instinct to not get tunnel visioned on, like, a closer target. Because when my crosshair is here, then I might lose track of some of these other things. And I might get killed accidentally. We can see that a lot of players go through that type of thing. So, it's a good instinct to, like, kind of keep your vision in the center. But, yeah, we can just aim at targets and also keep track of everything else at the same time. If we miss, we miss. But we're going to do significantly more damage to the person in front from this distance as this guy. That's why I'm thinking it makes more sense to go after her. And we're probably going to miss, but yeah, we can still try for some of that long distance aim. But yeah, we don't need to die right now, though, because we are a fast guy. So typically, I don't know if you know this, typically we do not hold the point at the very beginning of a checkpoint. They kind of just have a lot of advantage. We don't even have our team right now. So typically we can do like a really good fight here, this whole area. Like we're here, they're here, and then potentially we can push them back, and then we can kind of have a fight here sometimes, stuff like that. But in general, yeah, it's like it's gonna happen at least here, if not, you know, throughout this whole section or whatever. And we almost have our ultimate, so I'm thinking I'll collect a little bit of ult charge, but by the time the next team fight happens, I will have my ultimate already. So I really don't have to do anything right now besides stay alive and get back with my team and be smart and be part of the next push. So we can fuck with them, distract them, but yeah, not going that well. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this. Like, and this is another crucial thing about trying to get better at these, trying to get better games at these ranks. We can assume that these other people do not think about the macro at all, and they will literally follow our lead. He was going this direction, and then when you came flying through this way, because you're Star-Lord, so it's fine for you to like shoot at these guys a little bit. Oh, I'm going to flip away and I'm going to get out. It's unnecessary. We don't want to die for no reason, and we're not really accomplishing anything. We're just kind of having fun, right? Unless you have an idea of what you're trying to accomplish. But he literally followed us, and now he's guaranteed to die. He will not get out of this situation. They will follow him until they kill him. He's kind of good at getting away with his shift, but and you know what I mean. But most likely, yeah, this will end in his death because he has no idea. We can just, I don't want to profile him, but he doesn't, you know what I mean? So we influence our team members with our actions. So sometimes we got to be a bit more reserved, or like, you know what I mean, take the paths that kind of fit the game better. And literally look, you know, we can literally think about the fact that we're seeing our teammate here, and I'm like, he's my tank. I don't want him. I need him back here. So we can literally even like encourage him to do so by, I mean, I would literally ping like bing, bing, bing. You know, like the multiple pings get people's attention quite a bit. Or just be on voice cam. Say, hey man, let's go back. Let's wait for this team fight to happen, blah, blah, blah. I mean, kind of the safest way to go back is to take the stairs. Or he can even jump to you when you go up here, but I don't know, it's a little too complicated. We can take the stairs and go back this way. That's kind of arguably the safest way. But we can just go back this way. Right, we don't want to ever do this. This makes no sense. And you might be able to tell why when you're watching, but I'm not sure if you do, and I'm going to explain why. So basically, we are alone. We have no support at all. So if we get damage, that is permanent damage. We cannot get healed. They also are totally stacked with their entire team. They got 2 healers. They got everybody. So they most likely no one will even die. You might get a kill. You know, Star-Lord, pretty strong ultimate. But yeah, they got shields from tanks. They got all that stuff. And even if one of them does die, they're just going to respawn and come back. And then our team is also respawning and coming back. So it's like we use our powerful ultimate just to kind of just do slightly something. But basically, if I'm on this team, I see this as a good sign. This is a powerful ultimate. It's a dangerous ultimate that can lead to a team wipe in the middle of a team fight. It's a big deal. But instead, he's kind of wasting it at the beginning of the team. At the beginning of, before the fight even starts by himself, basically, you know, people can just hide. She can just get up behind the wall, even like kind of play ring around the rosy around the cart with some heals, and she's good, right? So see what happens. All right, he's doing threatening lethal damage, and they just go around the cart and stuff like that. So that's that. Yeah, we have to use our ultimates. That's like one of the things we got to learn in the game is like, because this goes from 100 to 0. So every time we press that button to do the ultimate, we're going all the way back down to 0. I'm just kind of like playing it up, you know what I mean? Okay, but every time we hit that ultimate, go from 100 to 0, it matters, right? We will not get that. We will not see this ultimate again until we get all the way back to 100. So we really want to be sure. You know, we don't need to overthink and install it and stuff like that. But yeah, we want to use it during a team fight. And with this ultimate, whatever, we don't want to like, you know, we can use it during Gambit's ultimate pretty much. It's not the best thing ever, but you can get kills through that. But we don't want to use it during her ultimate, for example. So we're trying to like play their ultimates during team fights. and come out at a reasonably good time and threaten kills and get kills, and then it's really going to make a difference, right? So we're playing by ourselves there, and we're wasting our ultimate, and we're not threatening them, giving them basically a huge advantage. And it's common at this rank, right? So she's wasting her life, you might say. But this is actually something that might just be this person's habit, since we saw her do this earlier. But here, it's actually not that bad. The team fight's already lost. Or like we're playing it back here, which is actually not bad. So realistically, I think she should just play back here. Let them get it. It's fine. They're going to have it. We're probably going to lose, right? But this is kind of the right way to play. But it is smart to try to stall the cart early, even if you know you're not going to survive. So that they might be working with that type of idea. They're trying to do damage control. That's it, like another reason why we really want to emphasize that we have to get back as a team together. They've been a team like the whole time, right? They haven't had issues with being separated as a team, but our team did. So this is another thing that leads to wins and losses all the time. Whoa. There's nothing to like stop the cart, right? Because they're as a team and nobody's challenging them enough. So this is something you see pretty often, and it can happen even when you're trying to be really well organized and stuff like that. You know, things can just kind of go that way because ultimates are a big deal, early picks are a big deal. These things can really sway how the fights go, and then there's just nothing you can do, and they get there with 3 minutes left, and it's pretty tough, right? So all that kind of stuff. All right, back in the game. So it's good. We want to kill him, but yeah, he's kind of countering our push on him because all these enemies are in the middle, right? We can try to go to the right, though, but it's tough because Iron Man does a lot of fucking damage. Yeah. It is what it is. That's pretty smart. You're trying to get him. Yeah, so now it's rough to be right in the middle like that. We can expect to take damage. Because they can all just shoot directly at us. So if somebody really wanted to kill us there, they probably could have. Because it's going to be hard for us to get like direct heals. And basically we're right in the middle of the lane, right? So it makes sense to want to use this ability to try to get some easy hits on him. And now he's here too. But realistically, I think it does make sense to cancel it, go to the side, and cover, and just use the primary and attack people, right? So now we're doing that now. But yeah, we don't have heals yet. Yeah, it's tough to get heals. He's about to die. Yeah, she just still needs to come back from what she was doing. So that's another thing about this game is like, sometimes we have a good situation where it's like easy to get heals. But a lot of situations aren't like that. And the healers are... it's just not easy to get heals. So then we need to play our life even more. Or not play our life, but play our health. Right? I need to specifically react instantly when I get a tiny amount of damage. Rather than expecting just to get healed all the time. Right? This is another very, very important thing that we can utilize. That's a type of thinking that we can utilize pretty often in this game. Because, yeah, I mean, we know from experience of using this guy, for example, it's hard to hit fucking Star-Lord, bro. He's best at like healing people on the ground and shit like that. He's gonna miss like most of his shots on you, so it is what it is, right? So we gotta play like that. So here's another healer. She ran right by us, but yeah, we're thinking about we might have to. Well, I don't know. We're playing pretty well right now, but we might have to dodge a shot and then leave, you know, to stay alive. And then come back. She's up there. It happened. So now we know, like, the fight is in really bad shape. I think we may have been able to notice him there. But so now we're too close and we're going to die, right? So our best option is get back and wait for team again. Or do a full flank. So this, I think this really applies here. We can't, I mean, we're not a tank. We don't have a team with us. This is just sacrificing ourselves if we play straight front to back right here with literally no one with us, and they have their entire team again, right? This is just numbers. It's just team versus team. But what we can do is do a full flank. We are a character who's good at this as well because we're really fast. So I can just go back here and look at that, half health, man. That's a kill right there. And then 3 people are gonna turn around and try to kill us, and we need to get away instantly. Yeah, sometimes we might go for 2 kills and like sacrifice ourselves or whatever. But yeah, we can kind of like even just distract them and make them worried about a flank would be a decent action to do right here. But yeah, there's a good chance they might kill us, so we kind of want to get out fast and rejoin the team fight when it happens, assuming we can have a last second one here.